Welcome to today's video. I'm the Hooded Lid and I have some new products for you today. Some are semi-new and some are not so much new. They're from M Cosmetics, which is a brand I've always wanted to explore. But I have to say, when the Magic Hour came out, I looked at that palette, I looked at the blush, I really liked them. But I liked them so much I felt like I probably already had them, and if I can not repeat myself, I think it's a good thing. But when these new serum blushes came out, I definitely pulled the trigger. So I got a couple of things. I got some of the matte lipsticks that I was always interested in, but the color that I'm interested in is never there. It's always sold out. So I got two that I'm not super interested in. I got this one because I got the blush in lilac. I thought they might pair really nice together. And I got the red because, hey, it's red. And then the other one I got in the blush is Venetian Rose. So this is Little Lilac, this is a Venetian Rose, and then they have the new lip liner, which I also got. Now the lip liners looked very brown to me, and my lips have a lot of pinkness, and I just don't go for that 80s look with a brown liner and a different color on your lips when you can see the liner. It's just not my jam. So I got the color Bunny, which is right here. It's supposed to be a pink nude, and it kind of is on my hand. We'll see what it looks like on the lips, but let's start with a little blush. I think I'm going to shoot this over 2 days because I don't want to take off any blush and I don't want to just put it on one side, but we'll see. Maybe I'll end up using both. I want to start with the lilac. I have a thing for lilac blush. I bought a NARS palette just because there was a lilac blush in there. It's usually actually quite soft, so I just shook this up a little bit and dispersed a teeny bit on my hands. And these are definitely quite transparent. But to me, lilac, I know it seems to a lot of people pretty out there, but it's really not, right? If you're tired of the mauvey blushes, for instance, but it's a good color for you, lilac is something you might want to consider. I'm totally over mauve lips and I'm totally over mauve cheeks, but I've been doing them my whole life because I do think they suit me. It just doesn't come off incredibly lilac. Now the eye look that I did today is some peaches. It was quite warm, and then I took a lilac from another palette and put it right up here so everything would tie in together, and I think they do. In fact, I could probably go in with that lilac and the peach and layer them under the eyes a little bit just to tie everything in. But these are super pretty, and I think a finger application is ideal. Now, let's try it with this. So the doe foot is kind of indented. You know, several people do this. The one that comes to mind is Charlotte Tilbury, and I love her mattes. They don't last forever, but they are very cushiony. They're, what's that word? I'll think of it. It reminds me a lot of, is it Maybelline who did something like that? Or Revlon, their HD mattes. Just that cushy kind of feeling. They might stain your lips a little bit, but they're not long lasting, but you get the matte look, the velvety kind of look, and they're very comfortable. So this is probably going to be a similar product. Burberry does the same product, by the way. Oh, I forgot the liner. I think these two really work pretty nicely together. Now this is not a lip I would normally do. I don't think it really does anything for me, but you know, if you're a makeup enthusiast and you like to have a little bit of everything, so if on a whim you decided, gee, I want to do something lilac, this might be one to look at. They're not calling it lilac, they're calling it probably Muted Mauve. It's not too cool, it's not too out there, but for me, it's okay. Let's take that off, and then we will go ahead and do the liner, and I think we're going to play with the blush, Venetian Rose. Let's go in with the Venetian Rose first. So this is the lilac on the hand, on the cheeks, and I'll show you the Venetian Rose. Okay, I got a lot more of the Venetian Rose than I did of the lilac, but there it is. It seems like to me a really neutral color to it, and it has an oily feeling, which I didn't notice before because I put so little on my hand. But let's put it on the cheeks. I'll just put it higher so it can also act a little bit as a bronzy thing. And I like to pull my color up towards the eye so it really is a flushed look. They're really, really pretty together. I wouldn't necessarily put the lilac color up this high, but I think this Venetian Rose color could be both on the cheeks and high. And when I say high, I mean high this way, not high by the eye. I do think the lilac, if you have blue eyes, put that lilac really up high on your cheek, around right here. My God, it would make your blue eyes pop like crazy. And I'm just going to drape a little bit, not really an official drape, but do a little bit of a C. I think this blush is super, super fresh. They're smaller than I thought they would be. I think this is probably smaller than the NARS, but I will write it down right here. But I don't think NARS has a color similar to this. I have two of them. Torrid I don't have, and I believe Torrid has a lot more peach in it. I do have Torrid in the powder. And of course they don't have anything like this. So I think these are two nice additions to my blush repertoire, for sure. This lavender lip, I'm not so sure. Let's give Bunny a try. Now I gave it a try a couple of hours ago, and I was kind of surprised. It looked brown to me. It reminded me reminded me a little bit of this. It just reads a little tan on my lips, but I think that might be because of the color of my lips. I got a lot of color. They're easy to work with, I will say that. I'm not sure, you guys. Maybe I'll come back a few hours from now to see if they stay. But since I'm using a liquid lip with them, I don't know if it would really be the best test. But it's creamy. There's nothing waxy going on here, and if it actually stains and stays, this could be really handy if you find a good color for your lips, if you like to overline, or if you need to overline, like I do, because my lips aren't even. Yeah, earlier today this looked a little tan, but the light was different, and now it is looking pinky nude. Now the disadvantage of something like this is the tip is rounded. It's not particularly sharp, and it never will be. It's mechanical. And I wonder if there is this a sharpener? I don't think so. I think I just broke it. So yeah, if you are somebody, you want something quite sharp for your lips, this isn't going to work for you. And now let's try the red. I think red goes with everything. And by the way, I should probably tell you what this color is. It is Love. And the reason I know that is I had to look at my receipt because I threw away the box. And when I looked at the bottom, even with a magnifying glass, I couldn't read it. I'm just going to like hammer on everybody's marketing and packaging this week. And also, I have to say, same thing for this. Like this, I really like. Really pretty box. It's sweet, but not too sweet. And it has this on it so you can see what it is. But the truth is, this is for them, I think, for warehousing. Because once you open something, you don't have the box anymore. I opened this nicely because I had a razor. This one not so nicely because the razor's in the other room. And this is a drag if you like this and you didn't keep your receipt and you cannot read it. You can't go into a brick and mortar and say, Oh, what color is this? I need to get another one. I'm just saying. Now I love a red orange. I love a red, but I'm not so sure it's going with this look. It's not too bad though. Now for this wand, I think I prefer the Charlotte Tilbury. This is what her wand has, a little bit more of a sharpness, and you can really get your line very specifically. And while these feel very, very similar upon initial application, this soon does dry down and it goes through a brief period of being uncomfortable. I wore it yesterday and I was like, I don't know about this. And there was a little bit of transfer, but after 10 minutes, when this completely dies down, it'll hang on for a while. It'll hang on longer than the Burberry, longer than the Revlon, and longer than the Charlotte Tilbury. But it is a slightly different formulation. So it goes on cushy, and then it has a few moments of being uncomfortable, and then I'm pretty comfortable with it. Overall, I mean, this overall look for me is kind of my wheelhouse. I like a watercolor look with undefined colors. It's not like here's my crease and here's my outer corner and here's my this and here's my that. I just like a wash, and it's kind of indiscernible where one color stops and one color starts. And same thing with the cheeks. So for me, totally my comfort zone. And I would say for these, now you know what the colors are, up to you. For me personally, I'm not so sure. I really want the magic hour to come in to see what that's about. For this, it's not as brown as it was when I tried it on earlier today, but you're not going to be able to be very, very specific because it is very soft and it is rounded. So if you want something that can offer you precision, you're not going to get it here. And these, although they're a lot smaller than I thought they would be, they're really good colors. I have to say, for me, for my aesthetic, this is what's really thrilling me, is the blushes. Yay. Just color-wise, formula-wise, fresh, I like a lot. I don't know. Let me know if there's anything else from M that you would like me to take a look at. They do have more lip products. I'm not into gloss, so I'm not going to do that. But they had those, I guess they were kind of like balms that looked really interesting. However, Pat McGrath is doing some balms. It's going to be released tomorrow, I think. And I might get something there. But that's my impression of M. Is not bad. Not bad at all. The shipping was a nightmare. I do have to, now I'll just go into my spiel a little bit. When you are online and online only, you really got to choose your shipping well, because people become impatient and they can easily, there's such a plethora of stuff out there now, they can say, you know what, cancel my order. Or they just get a bad taste in their mouth, and the next time they want to order something, they think, yeah, but last time I ordered that, it took a week and a half to get here. Because we can go someplace like Sephora, which will ship in 2 days. And I know that I have recently canceled orders with somebody who said, oh, because of COVID, it's going to take such and such, even though my last order with them only took 2 days. It's kind of like, you gotta, if you're only online, I feel like you gotta step up a notch and make sure you have a great carrier. So that was kind of disappointing for me. And it took a while for it to process, and that was a little disappointing for me. But the packaging is cute, the products are solid. A lot of things are out of stock, and I don't know how that's working, because it's like, wow, this one thing is back in stock, but nothing else is back in stock. I don't know. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. But there you go. I think it's definitely a brand worth looking into, and that's about it. I think that this is going to be a short one, just a couple of lips, a couple of blushes, a pencil. I think all the products are solid. It's just a matter of finding colors that work for you. I do like the look. If you like that glassy skin look, you're going to be fine. And that lavender, it's not scary at all. And I just want to show you another swatch of the lavender. it's just, it doesn't really pull odd. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't think this would look good on someone's cheeks. Like, ooh, no, no. It totally works. So I'm really excited about those. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up my investigation and my first experience with Emma Cosmetics. I think they might be worth looking into some more. And that's it. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.